Turns out there are way too many theories out there on Dora the Explorer. Meaning either Dora is more terrifying than we thought, or there are too many people out there that have a dark mind. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan, and today I'm bringing you the top 10 scary Dora the Explorer theories, part 3. Now, if you haven't seen the other 2 parts, then go ahead, check it out. What are you doing? Get on that. Starting off this countdown, we have the Witness Protection Program. So in my last theory video, I talked about how Dora's parents were drug addicts that ended up being killed as a result of the huge debt that they owed the drug dealers. Well, this theory then suggests that the police ended up rescuing Dora, who was being held captive by these drug dealers. As a result, they placed her in Witness Protection Program. Basically, the world that we see Dora live in is this protected area. The government then puts Dora through daily quests to strengthen her. Dora can't live in witness protection forever, so they are trying to slowly prepare her for when she is released. Swiper was designed to teach Dora about theft and how to overcome adversities. Now, if you notice in the show Dora and Friends Into the City, Dora is shown to be older and looks completely different. Like, her head shape completely changed. Well, that's because they actually gave Dora a makeover to make her unrecognizable to the people that want her dead. Coming in at number 9, we have the government spy. So in Dora, Senor Toucan appears to be just a regular toucan. But in fact, he is a super spy leader. In the episode titled Super Spies, he asked for Dora and Boots' help to carry out a secret mission for him. He even stores spy gadgets in his wings. Well, what if Toucan is a government spy that just makes Dora do all of his dirty work? I mean, no one would suspect a child to be a spy, and that way Dora is risking her life and he can just watch safely from above. Moving on down the list, at number 8, we have the Big Red Killer Chicken. In Dora, the Big Red Chicken wasn't always the massive size that he is today. It was revealed that when he was younger, he was super tiny. In fact, so tiny that he couldn't run as fast as his friends, and his friends would sometimes step on him. Now, because of his size, the Big Red Chicken was often bullied by others. Side note, was he always called the Big Red Chicken even when he was little, or was he the Little Red Chicken? Let me know in the comments below what you think. One day, he just snapped and went on a killing spree, killing and eating all of the bullies. He ate so many animals that he ended up expanding and becoming the size that he is today. In the show, he is seen to be as big as a hill, so that means he must have killed and ate tons of animals. Coming in our 7th spot, we have the abusive parents. Now, there are so many theories surrounding Dora's head and why it's so large and abnormally shaped. And her family members like Diego and her friends have normal shaped heads. Why is that? Well, one theory suggests that Dora's real parents were abusive. When she was little, they would often mistreat her and take poor care of her. In fact, they believe that her parents dropped her on her head multiple times as a baby, and that's what resulted in her head becoming an oval shape. Dora was left uncared for days and was often malnourished. This explains why she is shorter than the other kids her age. The parents that we see in some episodes are Dora's foster parents. She was taken away from her young parents when she was young and raised by these new parents. In our 6th spot, we have the Dependent Personality Disorder. Who was your favorite character on Dora? Let me know in the comments below. I didn't really watch the show, but I always thought that Boots was super cute with his little red boots. But what's the deal with him? He just willingly follows Dora around all day. Well, it's theorized that Boots suffers from dependent personality disorder. This disorder is classified as someone who is overly needy, excessively clingy, and needs others in order to make their own decisions. Well, Boots is always with Dora. He loves holding her hand and needs guidance from Dora all the time. An individual with dependent personality disorder might also suffer from a lack of confidence and may feel like all of the decisions that they make on their own are the wrong choices. This applies to Boots as well. In multiple episodes, Boots ends up making the wrong decision and is very discouraged. He needs Dora by his side to make him feel better. In fact, it is said that Dora acts as his voice of reason since he struggles without her. But that's a little concerning because she's a child and he's literally trusting this child with his life. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with hydrocephalus. Apparently, people are way too obsessed with Dora's head shape because here's another theory on it. So this theory suggests that Dora actually has hydrocephalus. This is a condition resulting from a buildup of fluids in the brain's ventricles. It then causes these ventricles to increase in size and puts pressure on the brain. As a result, it causes the individual's head to swell. So if this is the case for Dora, then that's extremely sad. The theory continues saying that her parents let her go outside to explore and enjoy her life since they know that her condition can be fatal. The bracelet that Dora wears has a tracking chip embedded in it so that her parents know exactly where she is. Then we have Boots, that is actually her service animal, and her map is a GPS that reminds her where to go so she doesn't get lost. Making our way down the list at number 4, we have Benny the Cannibal. So Benny is a lovable big blue bull who might just have cannibalistic tendencies. So on his character description page, it says that he has a huge appetite and likes to eat all the time. Well, this theory states that sometimes his hunger gets the best of him and he ends up eating other animals, some of which are animals from his own species. In fact, we hardly see any other blue bulls in the show. I believe that we have seen Benny's father once in a Father's Day episode, but how about other blue bulls? It could just be that Benny ate them all and him and his father are the only ones left of their kind. Now, cannibals can get a disease called Kuru. I know this is commonly found in humans, but Benny is an evolved species and has human qualities like he can talk and fly hot air balloons, so he can get this disease as well. Basically, some symptoms of Kuru are muscle twitching and compulsive laughing. Well, Benny loves telling jokes. What if he does this as a cover for his sporadic laughing fits? Also, he is said to be very clumsy and accident prone. What if this is a result of those muscle spasms? So Benny might just like feasting on his own species. In our third spot, we have the black market. So let's take a look at Dora's cousin Diego for a second, because just like Dora, he's not as innocent as he seems. Now, Diego is known to be a hero as he is an animal rescuer. But what if I told you that he has a much darker agenda? Well, this theory suggests that Diego is actually capturing the animals that he rescues and sells them illegally on the black market. So Diego is said to rescue these animals under the supervision of his parents, who are 2 animal scientists. Well, they aren't actually scientists. In fact, they are the ones holding the animals in captivity and selling them illegally. I mean, Diego is shown putting his life at risk for these animals. Why would he do this without an incentive? Well, it's because he secretly does have one. Him and his family get tons of money for selling the animals that they capture. Moving on to number 2, we have Swiper the sociopath. In Dora, Swiper has numerous personality and behavioral traits that resemble that of a sociopath. First off, he suffers from antisocial personality disorder. Characteristics of this disorder are theft, deceitfulness, violation of rules, and a disregard for right and wrong. While Swiper, being the conniving thief that he is, possesses all those traits. Another characteristic of this disorder is lack of empathy and guilt. Well, Swiper continuously messes with Dora, a little child, and never feels bad for doing so. In fact, it is believed that Swiper is a young adult. What kind of young adult picks on a little girl? Maybe one with sociopathic tendencies. Other traits include unnecessary risk-taking, manipulating others for personal pleasure, and failure to learn from their negative actions. Well, let's take a look at these. What does Swiper gain? Nothing. Nothing at all. He takes Dora's objects and then throws it away from her. It just makes her life harder. Therefore, tormenting her is his form of personal pleasure. And even after being caught and hurt numerous times from doing this, he still doesn't learn and continues to bother Dora. In fact, he often goes to extreme measures to torment her, as we have seen him build complex machines such as a remote-controlled robot butterfly as means to get what he wants. He is so obsessed with Dora that he will do anything to satisfy his impulses. And coming in on number 1 spot, we have Jumanji. Now, what does Jumanji and Dora have in common? Well, turns out Dora may be a game just like Jumanji that sucks the players into the game. Let me explain. So in my last theory video, I established that Dora looks like it's a computer game. In season 1 and 2, each episode starts off in the real world. The camera navigates through a room before landing on a computer screen that displays Dora. Then it appears as if we enter the computer and into Dora's world. Then throughout the episodes, you see a computer mouse appear and click around, making it look like a game. Therefore, the kids who start up the game get transported into it, and that's because it is one. Therefore, the kids who start up the game get transported into it, and then they each work as a different avatar to complete the quests. Now, just like Jumanji, there are several avatars that the players can choose from. These are Dora, Boots, Backpack, and Map. All of these players are needed in order to complete the quest and escape the game. Lacking in a player could result in them not being able to finish the game and being stuck in there. This is proven by the fact that in every episode, Dora needs help from Map and Backpack. She relies on Map to provide her with direction, and Backpack supplies her with the equipment that she needs. In the film Jumanji, Professor Shelley Oberon is the expert in cartography, meaning he is the one that can read the maps and direct the people where they need to go. Then we have Franklin Finbar, who is the character that has the backpack loaded with endless weapons and supplies, just like the backpack in Dora. Then Swiper is the villain of the game, causing chaos, trying to make it harder for the kids to defeat the game. Parallels are there, people. So Dora is officially the kid version of Jumanji. There you go. There you have it. And that's all for today's video. Let's move on to our comment shout out portion. I'll be shouting out comments from my video, Top 10 Scary Siren Head Facts, Part 3. J-Dub commented, yes, you realize now that you are completely and solidly obligated to start a metal band. Okay, I will start a metal band. It will be called the Siren Heads. Who wants to join? Any takers? Let me know in the comments below if you will join my metal band. Woo! Toxic Gaming commented, if I saw a Siren Head, I would just put my AirPods in. Man, you may have just solved the problem. Next thing you know, it's gonna be AirPods are the only way to not get captured by a Siren Head. Apple's gonna make a ton of money. Slipboy301 commented, at Most Amazing Top 10, I am a big fan. I have liked almost all vids you make. Can you shout me out, please? And yes, I have the bell turned on. Well, there you go. There's your shout out. Thanks for all the support and thank you. And if you don't have your notification bell turned on, then make sure you turn it on, just like Slipboy does. And that's all the comments I'm shouting out for today. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shout out. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10 for more amazing videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll see you when I see you.